as well.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Wedaways, Getaways, virtual FAMs for wedding planners, and the next best thing to being there. After having had to cancel so many FAM trips this year, and our properties were disappointed they had to close, and our wedding planners were disappointed they weren't able to travel, we started this wonderful series. We're now on number 13. We featured over 30 properties, and we're very, very excited to have you with us today. We appreciate the time you take to spend with us, and we appreciate all of our hoteliers for sharing their magnificent properties. So thanks to everyone. Today, we are traveling the world to Montenegro, Istanbul, Turkey, and Crete, the largest island of Greece. Next week, we have 2 webinars. We're going to the Serrano Hotel Group on Tuesday, and they have 2 properties in Lake Como and 1 in St. Bart's. And on Thursday, we kick off our 3-part series, The Wedaways Advantage, Travel, and the Business of Weddings. You definitely want to tune in, and a lucky wedding planner that tunes in for all 3 of those webinars will win 3 nights and 4 days in one of the 4 Viceroy Hotel properties that we feature on Wedaways, and they will have breakfast every day, a special dining experience for 2 spa treatments, and a special in-room amenity. So you definitely want to attend. And if you refer another wedding planner, you get a second entry to win, posted on social media, and yet a 3rd entry. So definitely you'll want to check out those emails that we're sending and make sure you follow through. One lucky winner. I'm Renee Strauss, the co-founder of Wedaways with my wonderful daughter, Pamela Goldman. Wedaways.com is a search engine. We feature luxury properties around the world that cater to the wedding and honeymoon markets. And we have a Virtuoso affiliated travel agency. Pamela leads the team. We book wedding venue spaces, room blocks, all the activities and transfers that the wedding parties need with you as wedding planning partners, and directly with couples as well. So again, we're delighted that you're here today. We're gonna get right to it. We are going today to Montenegro, Istanbul, and Crete. And Regent, Porto, Montenegro, the most incredible property in Montenegro, will be presented today by Maria. Maria, we are delighted to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Renee, for this lovely introduction. Hello, everybody. Good to have you here. Hope you will enjoy a little presentation of our property as well as the country. I think this is a very happy day during these times, so for everyone to enjoy a bit and travel like this if we are not able still to travel in the other way. So my name is Maria. I'm Assistant Director of Sales. However, I've been doing before groups events as well as the special events, and being a wedding specialist for 6 years before. So I'm very much into the weddings, and I still love being involved. Therefore, I will be the right point of contact for you. So let me share my screen now and show you the presentation of the property. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Just a moment. So here we are. So basically, in terms of location, we are based in Montenegro. Is this small, tiny country that you can see here, actually the smallest from ex-Yugoslavian ones, and the smallest on Balkan for sure. While the hotel itself is based in the bay. So we are based in the town Tivat, which is actually a great location since we do have one of the international airports in our town, which is only 10 minutes away driving distance. The second one would be Podgorica, which is the capital of Montenegro. And the third one that our guests and clients use is also Dubrovnik in Croatia, as it's a very nice ride next to the coast. It's around 1 hour driving distance, or of course it's possible to organize even a boat transfer and come through this way, while the guests will not even feel that they are passing to other country, and custom clearance can be done in our town as we have the port itself and marina. So these are the couple of pictures from our beautiful bay in Montenegro called Vodka Bay, where I will show you some of the location for other events or even the ceremonies. So this here is called Lady of the Rocks, is artificial island with only one church on it. So it's a Catholic church for beautiful Catholic ceremonies, or for the other religions, it can be done as a kind of blessing as well. This is Mamul Island, so sailings are very popular, obviously, and in this area. This is Lady of the Mercy, one of the churches as well. As again, Montenegro is called like that as a black mountain because 2/3 of the country is covered with mountains. So wherever you go around, you will see this beautiful contrast of the sea and the mountains being in the bay. Coming back to Porto, Montenegro, it's actually our property, and then the region Porto, Montenegro, in heart of the marina, where we like to say that it's actually a life less ordinary. As you will see from the picture, it's very different from everything else within our destination and country. So this picture presents very nicely the property itself. Here in front we have a great marina with almost 600 berths for the yachts. So it's a very popular marina worldwide, as we actually have the berth for the largest super yacht in the world as well. And these 3 buildings here are all belonging to our hotel. So it's actually a very new property. We firstly opened our first wing here, the yellow one, called Venezia wing in more traditional way. And it reminds on Venetian architecture. That's why it's called Venezia. And it was opened in summer 2014, followed by the second one here, along with the pool deck in 2017. And only last year we finished the third and the last wing here, called Bahia as for the bay. So you will notice that the buildings look very different. Actually, second and third one are done in more modern way. So same remain for the rooms, while clients can obviously decide and choose which one they prefer to stay in. So I will show you now a couple of venues within the hotel, while we have venues also within marina around the hotel, but we will see both. Ballroom Theodore is the first venue that I will show you, and it's actually an indoor venue, but it has this amazing view and beautiful terrace with a pool deck. It's on the first floor overlooking entire marina. So this is the ballroom itself. It has 215 square meters and the capacity of 140 people in seated style. It's greatly located, as well as it's beautifully decorated already. So you don't need a lot of decoration in it. And the entire wall here is covered with French windows from bottom to top, where you can open up and go and have this beautiful view. So it's very nicely connected to Italian garden here, which is based on the ground floor, and very popular venues for the ceremonies, for actually standing ceremonies, or a cocktail before the dinner itself on the ballroom. Or it has this private nice area for a smaller rehearsal dinners, or perhaps something for the family that can be organized in a private area here, surrounded by this beautiful greenery and fountains and water around it. Library bar is the next venue. It can be privatized for up to 80 people in seated style, as well as the great advantage of this venue is that it's completely undercovered, even being outdoor. So in case of any weather, you still don't need to use any plan B, it can be organized here. And this is the indoor space of the bar. So it's like a classical English bar with leather chairs, piano in the corner, and very nice venue where guests can continue after the dinner to have a little party indoor. This would be the design of the rooms. So it's actually made to remind you like being on a luxury boat with all the details, materials used, colors. You will see it everywhere, like with the ropes on the lamps, clocks here, no sharp edges, beige, brown colors, wooden materials. And same remain, of course, for the suites. That was before like a deluxe room, which is actually our entry room category with 42 square meters size plus the terrace. All the rooms have beautiful terraces overlooking the sea or the mountains. Obviously, suites are always better options for the brides as they have enough space to get ready for the big day. As mentioned before, we do have plenty of venues. So within the hotel, those would be more for like medium-sized weddings, while around us in Porto, Montenegro, we have bigger size venues. The first one and the most popular one would be definitely this Yacht Club. So it's a large infinity pool where, for instance, this ceremony was organized on a platform that was built here. And on the pool deck here, it was a very beautiful dinner setup. So this is a great venue for all sizes from 100 to 350 people where there is still space for the ceremony and the dinner itself. So all of the venues within Porto, Montenegro are within walking distance, 3 to 4 minutes, but we can of course always have buggies on standby for the ladies that don't want to walk in high heels or perhaps after a long day to bring them back to the hotel. The beach here is attached to the Yacht Club. I would say that this is a very nice venue for a day before or day after the wedding, or maybe to have a beach barbecue or a brunch afterwards. And also the rooftop on the Yacht Club that can be privatized for a dinner. We are lucky to have all in one. So there is actually a nightclub attached to the Yacht Club. So the pool is just in front of it, and the rooftop on top of it, the one that I showed you before. I must mention that actually we are currently rebranding this nightclub. So I will be able to share new pictures in 2 weeks' time after we open it again. Normally we can have only music outside until 1 a.m. So that's why it's a good option that we have opportunity for the ones who would like to continue partying. There is just nightclub behind it. This is something very different than everything else. So as mentioned, we are based in a luxury marina. It's a newly built marina, but we kept something authentic there, because this was old naval from ex-Yugoslavia. So when Canadian investor bought the land, there were some old ships, as well as this Naval Heritage Museum. So we kept the museum, and the museum can be rented for special events. So on the ground floor, there are a lot of props and authentic pieces from the boats. We have 2 submarines, and here on the first floor, it's an old wooden floor, as well as the small windows. So it's very, very authentic, something Montenegrin. If you have a client that prefer to have something not that luxurious like the rest of the event spaces. So we have this side, and then, oh, I'm sorry, on the other side is the same space. So we had smaller events, like smaller, medium, of 150 people seated on one side and party on the other side. But it can be done also for 300 people, both sides, and in the middle is a platform for a music band as well as a dance floor. I must say it's a bit challenging for us to cater here as there is no kitchen. However, we've done some very nice events here, and it is possible, of course, to have it. Jetty 2 is just in front of the hotel, and it's ideal place for the ceremony itself, enough space to set up all the chairs and the arch. So this is the view from the hotel and one of the rooms. The ladies getting ready for the ceremony, and here is the jetty that I showed you before. Marina Park is an additional venue, is just in front of our third wing. Again, I think you can imagine that anything is possible to organize here. So we had some nice barbecue dinners here, or it can be like games or something for guys, where you can have the other party at the beach for the ladies. As mentioned before, we like to do all the things less ordinary. So as couple having and playing chess here with oversized items, it's one of those things. I had prepared video, but then I understood that I'm not going to be able to play it. So hopefully I can share it with the Wedaways team afterwards, and they can share it with all of you. So did we have any questions now to respond, or?
I'm sorry. I just want to mention that we'll put the video on your profile on Wedaways, and then we'll share it so everyone can see the video. The reason that we don't share video, just for everyone's knowledge, is because of the different Wi-Fi frequencies in various places around the world. Sometimes the videos come out very choppy, and it's not a pleasant experience, but we know the content is fabulous. Of the 3 properties that we're showing today, your property, Regent Porto Montenegro, is the only one that we have not visited yet because you just newly opened. So we are coming with our group soon. I hope we're going to come and visit.
I'm really hoping that we will be able to welcoming you soon then, because it's a pity that you didn't visit it. And as mentioned, video is actually here because sometimes it's just easier to explain to the people, and they can see it from all the angles and then imagine it better than from the pictures. But of course, being able to see it in person, that's the best experience of all. So I'm inviting you as soon as you are able to travel to come and visit us, so we can show you the destination and our beautiful property.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We do have some questions. I just want to start with saying Montenegro is such a beautiful destination, and it's perfect for wedding celebration. So thank you for sharing. Is your property seasonal, Maria?
We are open all year round, so we never close, but obviously Montenegro and the town Tivat is on the coast, so we do have Mediterranean climate, which is mild and great through the year, but if you would like to have the wedding outdoors, then the months to come here are from May until October. So actually, even in April, we start with the good weather, and April, May, June, and September and October are the best months for the wedding, while July and August, we still have them. However, it's too hot. It's a real summer, and it can get like up to 40 degrees. So it's not ideal to have weddings outdoors.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. Are the beach and the Yacht Club open to the public?
The Yacht Club, it's open to the public, so it's possible to come even if you're not the guest of the hotel, while the venues within the hotel are rather for the hotel guests.
Fabulous. And the club on property, can that be privatized for after parties?
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. We've done it in the past for wedding parties because normally they're big, so they do need entire club.
Fantastic. And what time would the club close?
It's until early in the morning, so until 5 a.m. or even later.
A party. Fantastic. We love it. Perfect. And then the last question is about the cuisine and the wedding menu on property. Is the chef able to create dishes for different dietary needs? Is a wedding planner able to bring their own chef from home?
Well, we have Mediterranean cuisine, so I would say very similar to my colleagues here, to cuisine in Greece and Turkey. We do have a lot of options on site for the wedding menus. Of course, we are able to respond to all dietary requirements and do this precisely with the seating plan, and you all know how we are doing it. Additionally, as per your last question, for instance, we've done an Indian wedding where the couple wanted to have their Indian chef from UK, who was a Michelin star chef. So of course, our chefs were working directly with him. They were in touch before, so they developed the menu together. Our chefs ordered all the ingredients on site, and they were doing it all together. So we are happy to host any of the chefs if the clients prefer to have their own.
That's great. Thank you so much. Perfect. Those were my questions. Thank you so much for presenting your beautiful property.
Thank you, Pamela. Thank you all for being with me.
Oh, we love it. Thank you. Okay, well, we are going to go to Istanbul, Turkey. I want to share with you that I was there last year. I spent a few nights during one of our 600-person Indian weddings, and it was incredible, absolutely incredible. It worked like perfection, the service, the experience, the food. This particular wedding, they brought their chefs, but this property is a palace, and you will see exactly why when these two beautiful ladies, Gulsev and Ece, present the Cheran Palace Kempinski on the Bosphorus River. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. So, greetings from Istanbul. I am very excited to showcase our property virtually. And before I start, first of all, I'd like to thank Renee and Pamela for giving us the opportunity to showcase our hotel and connect with you this way here. So my name is Ece Bayram. I am the Director of Sales here at the Tram Palace. And I will be joining today with my wonderful colleague, Gulsev, who is our Assistant Director of Sales, and she is an expert of here and one of the most knowledgeable person actually in the city when it comes to weddings and destination weddings too, because those are two different things, I believe. So I will start here, and then I will actually pass over to my colleague. She will give you more details on the wedding concept. So here we are at the Tram Palace. So the first thing I'd like to say about our property is that it is the most iconic and historic hotel in Istanbul. If you're in Istanbul, even though if you're not staying here, you have to come and visit, right? So it is very historic. And you can see the bridge as we are right on the Bosphorus. And the most amazing thing about our hotel is that it connects two continents. While you sit on the European continent, you can watch the Asian continent, which is really, really amazing. And then if we are in the city, you are going to see a lot actually when it comes to history, art, and shopping options, which are really, I think, essential when it comes to destination weddings, because you can just do a lot of things with your guests while they're visiting, and you can do a lot of sightseeing too. So we definitely have so much for everyone. We have different landmarks from Maiden Tower to Hagia Sophia Mosque, which is so unique, one of the oldest ones. And we actually hosted many civilizations actually in the past, from the Byzantine, Roman, and obviously the Ottoman Empire was the last one. So that's why we get a lot of different influences when it comes to culinary and different cuisines that are all combined as a destination wedding too, that you will get taste of everything a little bit. So we'll move forward here. So going back to our location, as I said, we are on the European side by the Bosphorus shore, which is really, truly my favorite. And then you can absolutely see the Asian continent right there. So as we are in the heart of the city, we do have two main airports, while you can have different kinds of ways through car transfer, or you can come through yacht. We do have 3 piers on the Bosphorus by the hotel, and we have a certified helipad at the Palace Garden. And those are actually great ways of accessibility for our hotel. We'll move forward. Okay, so this is actually a great view of our hotel. On the left side, you can see the true palace. It's from the 17th century. And I have to say, it hosted many presidents from all around the world and royal families and all these important people. And we do have very special tent suites here, and most of our actually venues are located here when it comes to events and also weddings and smaller version of the ceremonies. On the next side, you can see the hotel section where we have our guest rooms. So those are like 2 different properties, but they're all connected, and it gives you such a great resort-like feel. We'll move forward. Okay, so we are on the hotel section here, right? We do have 310 rooms, many, many suites, lots of rooms, which is amazing. So 3 things about our hotel is that we have great view, great location, and spacious rooms. Those are the things that our travelers, especially for wedding, can remember. We'll move forward. Okay, as I mentioned to you before, we are actually a true palace. It's the only true palace and hotel combination in Istanbul. It comes from the 17th century, true Ottoman palace in the heart of the city. So after that, I will move over to my colleague, Gülsev. She will give you more information on the venues and special event setups, great pictures on examples for past events. And I have to say that as a destination wedding hotel, we hosted many different countries. Like since we have a great advantage, a great geographical advantage. That's why we hosted a lot of destination weddings from the US, Middle East, India, and Europe. So I will give over to my colleague Gülsev here.
Thank you, Ece, for the great introduction and general information about our beautiful city and our beautiful hotel. I would like to show you first of all the layout of the palace. We have 2 floors and in total 15 venues with different kinds of capacities. The variety of these venues, hosting 10 guests up to 2,500 guests, indoor and outdoor options, is giving the opportunity to us to find the right venue for our couples, either for an intimate close family and friends events, and or a huge reception with an opulent luxury with many guests to celebrate with. So all our meeting rooms, all our venues have daylight, and almost half of them are facing to the peaceful Bosphorus view. And majority of them have high ceilings and palatial decoration. I mean the wall ornaments and grand chandeliers. And today I would like to present you here with the two big ballrooms. They are outdoor options, and two smaller venues, which mainly preferred by our lovely couples. So this is Cheran Ballroom, our biggest ballroom with 960 square meters and up with the 7 meters height. We host minimum 200 guests up to 700 guests, depending on the weather conditions, the layout of the decoration. You all know usually ballrooms are located in the ground floors and without any views or daylight. We are so lucky our ballroom is on the second floor, facing to the Bosphorus. And there is also a balcony also facing to the view, which we can, great option to keep the smokers also on the same floor. So the truss motors are also in the ceiling, and two LED screens are also there located in the walls. So it's a fully equipped, either can be modernly decorated or traditionally kept grand ballroom. And here you see many decorated versions of it. I will just, yes, and the Golden Gate. Tram Ballroom is combined with two outdoor options. One is the Golden Gate, the garden area in front of the palace terrace, and it takes its name from the historical gate over here on the left side, you will see. And here is another perspective of it. So we can also take the guests from here directly and walk them through the palace garden to the palace terrace, which is the second part. And depending on the weather conditions, either they can have the cocktail and the signing ceremony here and go upstairs for the wedding dinner and after party, or enjoy the cocktail, the ceremony and the dinner, everything in the same space in the outdoor area, and they can only move inside for the after party. Because in the Bosphorus Strait, we have this time limit till 12 o'clock to have all the outdoor events and music till 12, and then they need to go upstairs for the after party. It's just a matter of how they dreamed their special events, either outside or combining with inside options. And this last one is a part of a 2,000 guests event, so it's only one part. And here is Enderun Ballroom, our second biggest ballroom, nearly 500 square meters with 5 meters height. And we can host 200 guests wedding here, up to 200. And all windows are facing to the Bosphorus. And Enderun is also combined with two outdoor options. So, you know, climbing down these stairs, the gorgeous palace stairs, is the dream of every couple. And East Garden is the perfect spot for this, even for the smaller weddings, because, you know, same is also in the palace terrace stairs, but for smaller weddings, we have also this option. And this is the perfect spot. And also this East Garden can be used as another alternative area, a pre or post function area for Indian weddings, for example, or for bigger weddings. This is a picture from an Indian wedding, for example. And Bosphorus Pier Lounge is the second part, combining with the second biggest ballroom, Enderun Ballroom. And here again, it can be an option to have only the cocktail and the ceremony, or a wedding dinner here, as you've seen in this picture. And for smaller, intimate family events, we offer, for example, Ottoman Room, 75 square meters for up to 40 or 50 guests. And again, with a private balcony, so they can still enjoy the outdoor ambience too while they are having their private event here. Enderun PDR is another option also, and you will see also the cocktail setup here. Again, with the private balcony, same size. And I would like to mention, apart from these beautifully venues providing like picture perfect backdrops for the shootings, for the photo shootings, what do we provide for the wedding package is the catering. All catering services, starting with the menu degustation, including the cocktail canapes, four-course set menu, or buffet dinner, depending on their culture and their preferences. And also the bar catering services are provided by us. And also we have 12 different showcase options to choose among them. And we are serving individual cupcakes for each guest after they are making the show with these showcakes. And these individual cakes can be decorated as their wedding themes, as do they want. And our award-winning chefs are preparing all of these caterings and with our service excellence. And after party is also included in the packages we provide. And after party inside is up until they are too tired to dance. So no time limits with that. We serve hard liquor shots all night, and night snacks, late night snacks also provided by us. So mainly we can say we are providing the venues with all the food and beverage services. And the decoration and AV details are mainly provided by the vendors, which Wedaways also can assist with you, or we can also send you our preferred local suppliers. In the wedding package, we also provide the honeymoon suite. The one-bedroom Bosphorus view palace suite is our gift for our wedding couples for their wedding nights. And where the bride and groom are arriving earlier here and making their shootings while they are preparing. And they can also celebrate with their close family and friends here with the cocktails and the snacks that we are providing. And Grand Deluxe rooms are the most prestigious rooms in the hotel side, also provided for the smaller weddings and the room weddings. And also we have the other options for the families to stay with. And we are always so happy to welcome our couples to Tura restaurant, our Ottoman cuisine restaurant in the palace, for their first year anniversary dinner. And if they prefer, we even offer them the exact same menu they had 1 year before. So they can always go ahead with the a la carte option, but usually they prefer this one. In this point, I would like to take over my colleague Ece back to summarize the facts, and thank you all very much to giving us this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gülse, for the wonderful information and really valuable information about our venues. So why do couples love us, right? Why not? So they love us because we have a great location, direct flight access, and it's really, really accessible when it comes to honeymoon destinations before and after. As a reminder, as we are the genuine palace with venues, and we do have variety outstanding outside venues also, indoors and outdoors. So that's wonderful. And we do have options for intimate celebrations with family and friends. Luxury rooms and suites for wedding groups. That is a great actually advantage to have, especially at the hotel side besides of the palace. And as I mentioned to you before, the resort feel like, because before and after the wedding, the event, you can absolutely enjoy everything in the hotel. You don't necessarily even need to go outside. You can really do a lot in the hotel. Moving forward.
We have 1 minute.
Okay. We are almost done. Okay, this is the garden where you can really hang out. We have great outlets. And then we have the infinity pool where you can feel like you are actually swimming in the Bosphorus. And then we do have the Bosphorus grill where you can have dinner and lunch. And we have the Tura restaurant, as Gustav mentioned earlier, whether you can have your anniversary dinner or you can have your a la carte. And we have a great cocktail bar called Monkey 47. So thank you so much for the opportunity. We really, really appreciate your time. Besides of the luxury venues and everything, when it comes to wedding, I think that our work here is to give you the excellent service. Because that's what we do actually in hospitality. We want to create, get your trust, and also do our best to give you the dream wedding of your time. So we can
Wow.
definitely be there here for you anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ece. Thank you, Gulsev. Thank you so much. It is truly magnificent. And I always tell our couples and families that go to Istanbul, bring an empty suitcase with you, because you will need it. You will need it. You will fill that up. Pamela, you might have questions, but if we can hold those questions till the end, because I just want to make sure that we have enough time for Abaton Island Resort and Spa. Is that okay?
Sure thing.
Okay, sounds good. That was very thorough. Okay, I personally flew from Istanbul to Athens and then to Crete to go visit Abaton Island Resort and Spa. It was not only a beautiful flight because the views are incredible, but arriving to this incredible island was magical. And I have to say this before I introduce you, Mr. Kalotsakis, that walking into this hotel was like nothing I've ever seen. And thankfully, with real appreciation to the world, I have traveled a lot and it's super, super unique. Mr. George Kalotsakis, the owner of this incredible place, please take it away.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Pamela. Renee, you are our best ambassador. I've told you many times, and thank you. Thanks, Wedaways, for the opportunity to present our property. We are a family-owned hotel, and we are actually a resort. So we are a different, a little bit of different story from from the both like iconic hotels that we saw before, which they're like historical buildings and they're amazing. We opened in 2018. We have been already awarded as the best honeymoon resort in Europe, and I think if a place is good for honeymoons, it means also it's good for weddings. Our idea is that when you come with your guests to get married, or if you organize an event, that it's going to be a relaxing experience. They will come for holidays, they will come for fun, they will want to stay around the hotel and enjoy the event. We are located on the island of Crete. This is a little bit more south than Maria's map, which was cutting Crete away. And this is the island of Crete. We are on the red dot. The orange dot next to us is Heraklion, and I'm mentioning it. It's about 20 minutes away from
I think we got froze. Pamela, is George frozen?
I don't hear him.
Okay, I think he froze. They're 20 minutes away from the airport on the north side of the island. Until he gets back, I'm not sure why he's frozen.
Greece.
He's coming in and out. I will say that there are 5 restaurants on the property and about 159 rooms. We've done full buyouts for Indian weddings already. I think he's going to log back on.
Back?
Yes,
Can
you are.
listen to me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm sharing my screen again. So I was saying that the important thing is that Heraklion Airport is the biggest hub in Greece. We have more than 100 destinations flying to Heraklion in the summer. We are operating in a 6-month basis, which is a very, very important thing when you organize a wedding. We have more than 20 flights every day from London, from Paris, Munich, Berlin, all major European cities. Unfortunately, not a direct flight from the US or from Asia, but we are now building a new airport, which is going to be 15 minutes away from the hotel, and this airport will be able to accommodate more flights. So this is our lobby, and I'm showing because I want to quickly explain to you what's our approach. Our approach is what I'm calling luxury inspired by nature. We are using a lot of natural materials inside the hotels, like marbles, wood, stones, and everything is handmade and handcrafted, things that will make you feel attached to the natural environment around. And this is also kind of indicating the style of the weddings that we like bringing into the resort. We have a big shoreline. It's more than 360 meters. There is no street between the hotel and the beach. There are some rocky parts and some sandy parts. And in next year, we are going to be actually doubling our shoreline. We are starting a new project with 30 more waterfront villas. So we're going to be, we're going to have about 800 meters of a waterfront. The important thing about this is that you get to see the sun from the sunrise until the sunset, which is also very important when you do an event, because you want to do an event, when the sun is going down, the sky is orange, and you feel, like that you're in a very, very magic place. We have 152 rooms, villas and suites. They are all facing the sea. Some of them have partial sea view and the rest have full sea view. About half of them, they have a swimming pool, a private, a sharing, or a whirlpool. And we also have 5 villas. And as I told you, we are also developing 30 more villas. This is a map of the hotel. And the way I'm showing it is because the size of the hotel, and Pamela agrees on this one, is ideal for buyouts. We have 150 rooms, which means that any event from 100 to 150 rooms would be ideal for a buyout. And then you can absolutely organize whatever you want, whenever you want, without hassling about other people being inside the resort. We have 14 different room types. I'm not going to show all of them, but I'm going to show a few in order for you to understand the design and the quality and the care that we have put into our rooms. This is our entry level, the deep blue. All our rooms have a wide approach, and the idea is, to offer a very, very clean environment, which is now helping us in this COVID era that we are all living. And also this white is making the blue of breeze being very, very vibrant inside the room. So you get these amazing reflections of the sea and the sun inside the room. And also this has resulted that, the hotel has been very Instagrammable for the clients, especially for the ladies. We have rooms which have double levels, the bedrooms upstairs and the living rooms downstairs. And we also have rooms which have the living room upstairs and the bedrooms downstairs. We have in all our rooms, except of the villas, we have an open bath setup, meaning separate bathroom, separate walk-in shower, and a bathtub inside the room, which the clients love. This is our honeymoon suite. In all our rooms, we have used different decorative stuff in order to give the boutique feeling. Although we are 150 rooms, we still try to take care of all the small details. And there is a story behind the design that we try to reflect the history of the island, because the island of the Crete has been the first place where a civilization in Europe started. And since then, we have been through different civilizations, and they all have leave their landmark. You will see a lot of monuments and museums outside the hotel, starting from the Minoans, the Greeks, the Romans. Then we got the Byzantines, we got the Arabs, we got the Ottomans, we got the Venetians. Everyone has passed by this place. This is the outside of the honeymoon suite. We really offer to the clients spacious outdoors because we want to promote what I'm saying, the outdoor living. So, get your food, spend your time outside. And this also helps us to create also few events on the outdoors. This is the Dream Villa. We have 4 of them, bedroom upstairs, living room downstairs, and spacious outdoors. And we also have the Royal Villa, which is the room where I'm sitting right now in order to do the presentation. And the Royal Villa is an amazing room. It has 2 in-room suites, a gym, a steam room. It even has an elevator. You will see it behind me. So people want to go to the bedroom, they can take their elevator. And on the outside, we really do several events because it can accommodate 100 people. And they usually like to, to rent the villa just to do a reception or a private event. These are a few pictures that demonstrate also the difference of the design that I told you about. The gym. Okay, I'm going to our F&B. This is Zenon. He's our executive chef. He's a local guy. He's not my brother. A lot of people ask me about that. Abaton has 5 different restaurants. So we've paid a lot of attention to our food. We have the famous Buddha Bar. It's the only Buddha Bar on the island, the Buddha Bar Beach Crete. We have Wow, which is a steakhouse. It has been awarded as the best steakhouse in Greece. Everything we cook in Wow, it's without electricity into charcoal ovens. So that's a concept. We have Evzine, which is our main restaurant at the lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, is a bar. LMS is a Cretan cuisine restaurant, and Bonifish is a fish restaurant with local delicacies. You can organize an event in any of these venues, plus of course any outdoors like the beach or the patios of the hotel. My favorite, it's definitely for weddings, the Buddha bars. We have done a lot of events there, especially concerts. It can accommodate more than 200 people. And it's a really, really lovely environment. This is Evzine. This is our main restaurant. It has breathtaking views. You get, the picture doesn't show, but you get 180 degrees of sea views, and you also get sunset views from there. This is Evzine. This is Bonifish. It's our fish restaurant. It's by the beach. It's really next to the water. Again, we've done a few weddings over here. And this is LMS, the Cretan restaurant. You can see that it's next to the beach. So it's also ideal to combine it with a beach party, you know, organize, have the people eating next to the water. It's an amazing feeling. Finally, this is Wow, it's our steakhouse. Next to it, there is an open amphitheater which can hold up to 300 people. We do not suggest doing, you know, that big events. We usually accommodate 100 people here. But again, it's a very, very nice place with high-end food. And you can see here the sea views, and during sunset, it's also very, very beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our lobby bar. It's maybe the most nicely designed place because it's indoors as well. It has a DJ, it has live piano every evening. And my favorite place at this building for a wedding is this outside patio where you get the amazing views. Renee, thank you. She has already put a picture of the other side of the view behind when we had the sunset. And I'm showing the west side of the view. We have a spa. It's an LME spa, and I also suggest this for making parties. We've done a couple of parties, bachelor parties and bachelorette parties. So people, they do rent the whole spa. We bring the music, we bring the food inside, and it's a really, really nice and different experience. This is our main pool. It's between Bonifish and Buddha Bar, and it gets amazing service throughout the day. This is one part of the beach. It's in front of the villas, which it's also ideal for organizing big events because it can, you know, you can put 200 to 300 people. It's absolutely private, and you can start the music in the morning and, you know, finish up in the night. This is another view of the place. Finally, we have a concierge team which organizes events. A lot of people they like, I'm pretty sure that they're doing it in Montenegro and in Istanbul too. They like renting boats and going before the wedding to have a party. There are a few islands around the hotel 30 minutes away. So we usually bring them there inside very exclusive gulfs, and this is where they do party. We have a helipad. We do the helicopter service. It's a very, very, how can I say, nice entrance to a wedding event. And I have a couple of pictures from things that, you know, we have set up for our clients. We do always like to do high-end things that they're not the typical all-white wedding. We do care pride about our business, and we want to work and satisfy whatever you know, the client's request. We know that it's an important moment for them. They have a lot of requirements, and there is a lot of stress as well. So let us handle it. We will have no issue. This is a picture from a party at the Buddha Bar. Buddha Bar is the hot spot of the island. It's the high-end restaurant where also the locals are coming during the weekends, mostly for their nights to have fun and get some nice food. I hope I was inside these 12 minutes, Renee.
Oh, it's just glorious. Just glorious. I have to say that each property that we've shown today, they are the most elegant in their region, and they each have such special qualities. Abaton Island Resort and Spa is super sexy. It is incredible. I stayed there, and my only wish was that I could have stayed longer, of course, to enjoy the property, but to eat in all the restaurants. Like, I ordered room service for lunch from all the restaurants every day, everything on the menu, because I wanted to taste it, because there just wasn't enough time. It was amazing. So thank you for sharing. It is spectacular. And honestly, one of the first European destinations that we want to come in 2021 when the world opens back up. Then we're going to head over to Istanbul and Montenegro for sure. The Cheran Palace, I just want everyone to know that the G in Turkish is silent. So one of the challenges I had when I was looking up the property, even on Wedaways.com, was they say Cheran Palace, but there's a G in there. So you can't forget that when you're looking for it. And George, if you stop sharing your screen for one moment, I'm going to just show our wonderful attendees how they can find all of the properties on our website. Let's see. Can screen share here. And then of course, Montenegro, such an elegant destination. The property is just gorgeous, and the food, everybody raves about the food in all the properties. So let's see if I can do a quick screen share and just review with you that when you go to wedaways.com, you can definitely see all the properties that we share, including their images. Let's see, I think I might have lost my screen share there. Anyway, I don't know where it went. So this happened to me last time too. I'm gonna have to practice that a little better. Sorry, Pamela?
Wedaways is just a great tool to come on to and visit the properties and get really relevant information for weddings, capacities, rooms, venue spaces. So definitely browse wedaways.com. These properties are all super stunning. They're actually great to combine in a honeymoon hop. Very accessible to one another. Like we said before, they truly are the most elegant addresses in their destination. Perfect for large weddings, great for intimate weddings, and just beautiful sea views from all of them. I want to just mention that the activities that can be done in the area are really, really wonderful. Lots of boating experiences, but also sightseeing and other wonderful local activities that can be done, and Wedaways can organize all of that. I'll just mention quickly, I know that we're very pressed for time, or I'll just ask quickly, George, if you can tell me, is your beach private?
I don't know if he's frozen, but I can tell you it's totally private, completely private. No outsiders can get into that space, and it's huge.
Fabulous. And is the property family friendly?
Absolutely family friendly. I was there, there were kids. It's the pools, there are several pools. Of course, most rooms have their own pools. And they're opening up a kids club. It's not open yet. It might be open next year.
Sorry, it's not exactly a kids club. It's a teenager high-end room. So what we promote is we promote activities for families instead of, you know, parking your children. We had a whole concept for this year, and everything was, the idea is that the parents could spend the time with their kids. Yeah, so we are definitely family friendly. I think we are the only hotel in Greece which have a family restroom.
That's right. Yeah, I was in there. It's amazing.
But you know, actually the families that come, they want to spend the time with their kids as well, because we all work hard and we all miss our little ones.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And the last question will be for Cheran Palace, because I know that we need to head off. How far are you from the major international airport?
42 kilometers.
42 kilometers. Okay.
It's a new one, actually, that was built last year.
It's incredibly huge. It's
I know.
Airport like that.
I get lost anytime I go there.
The Istanbul airport and the Dubai airport are mind-blowing. They're just incredible.
Fantastic. Thank you so much to all of you planners. You know that you can reach out anytime if you have questions, comments. We're happy to give you provided information. And of course, this webinar will be on our webinars page.
Right. And on Tuesday next week, we're going to Lake Como and St. Bart's. Very beautiful, both places and all three properties. And next Thursday, July 2nd, we kick off the Wedaways Advantage, Travel and the Business of Weddings. You won't want to miss those 3 episodes. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Mwah. Ciao.
Bye-bye.